So welcome. Find a nice, comfortable seated position. Sit nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back. And take some deep breaths in and out through your nose. Just spend some moments checking in with yourself, how you feel today. So we're going to take a deep breath in, raising our arms up to the ceiling. And as you breathe out, we're going to reach forward and just place your hands on the floor in front of you. So don't worry about having to get down anywhere. If your hips are tight like mine, then you can't get down very low, that's fine. On your next breath in, just roll up. And then for the counter to that, we're going to interlink our fingers behind our back. Reach the arms out behind you, open up the chest, really elongate the spine. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. One more breath in. And on the out breath, we're going to release the hands. Just place them on the mat beside you. Going to go into a side fold here. So keeping your right hand on the mat. Take a deep breath in, bringing your left arm up. And as you breathe out, reaching over to the right. So feel that stretch all the way down the left side of your body. Next breath in, bring it up. And as you breathe out, rest that left hand on the mat. Next breath in, bring the right arm up. And as you breathe out, reaching over to the left this time. Breathing in, bring it up to neutral. And as you breathe out, rest the hand down on the mat. So controversial, we are not going to do sun salutations this morning. Woo, mixing things up a little bit. So what we're going to do is make our way onto all fours to start with. So you can have your feet flat, or if it's nicer for you, you can tuck your toes under it. It really doesn't matter. We're going to do some cat-cows. So first of all, think about your positioning. Spread the fingers nice and wide. So on the in-breath, head and tailbone up. And as you breathe out, arch the back, tuck the head and the tailbone under. Continue at the pace of your breath. Keep it nice and slow. Work through the spine. Bring it back to neutral. So as you take a breath out, take your weight back onto your heels. Really reach those arms out in front of you. Spread the fingers nice and wide in child's pose, extended child's pose. So we're going to do a little bit of a flow here. So on the in-breath, leading from your shoulders. So you're going to be coming up like an arched cat. So as you breathe in, lead with those shoulders. And then as you breathe out, drop the hips down. Pushing yourself away from the floor, breathing in, look up to the ceiling. Breathing out, bring your hips up and take them back again onto your heels. Breathing in again, lead from your shoulders. Bringing the weight forward as you breathe out, drop the hips down. Breathing in, looking up to the ceiling. Breathing out, lead from the hips this time, take the weight back. Going to do one more here. Breathing in, lead from the shoulders. Breathing out, drop the hips down, push yourself away from the floor, breathing in, looking up to the ceiling. And breathing out, leading from the hips, taking the weight back. And we'll just spend a moment here now. So take some nice deep breaths. Rest your forehead on the mat. Use these breaths to really expand the chest. Feel your spine moving as your chest expands on the in-breath. And just find yourself sinking down closer to the mat on the out-breath. So breathing in, bring it back up onto all fours. We're going to tuck the toes under as you breathe out into downward dog, sorry. So we're just warming up here, so you may just want to take it easy on your hamstrings and your legs. So just softly pedal out. Lifting those hips up and back. Bringing your chest towards your knees. So breathing in, look up and look forward. Bring the weight forward into plank. And then we're going to drop onto our knees and take the weight back. So this time we're keeping those toes tucked under as you breathe out. Breathing in, bring the weight forward, lift the knees into plank. Breathing out, take the hips up into downward dog. Breathing in, bring the weight forward into plank, drop onto the knees. Breathing out, take the weight back onto your heels. Breathing in, bring the weight forward, lift the knees into plank. Breathing out, hips up into downward dog. One more here, breathing in, take the weight forward, drop the knees, breathing out, take the weight back onto your heels. Breathing in, bring the weight forward, lift the knees into plank. Breathing out, up into downward dog. So give it another pedal out here. And then while we're here, we're going to just open up the hips a little bit. So we're going to take the right leg up to the ceiling, twist the hips, cock the leg over to the left, drawing that left heel down to the floor to stretch your left calf. Nice and strong in the shoulders, push yourself away from the floor. And bringing that leg back, but you're not going to take the foot down to the floor, you're going to keep it up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Breathing out, bring the weight forward and bring the knee to your chest. Breathing in, take the right leg back to the ceiling. Breathing out, bring the knee to chest as you're forward into plank. One more, breathing in, take the right leg back up to the ceiling. Breathing in or out, can't remember which way around we're now. Knee to chest. And then take it back as we breathe in. That's the way around. And as you breathe out, bring that foot back into downward dog. And give it another pedal out here if you wish. Now we're going to do the opposite leg. So this time, taking the left leg up to the ceiling, twist the hips, cock it over to the right. This time drawing the right heel down toward the floor. And then bringing that leg back, but keeping it raised up to the ceiling. Your hips are square now. Deep breath in. Breathing out, bring the weight forward into plank, knee to chest. Breathing in, take the leg back up to the ceiling. Breathing out, bring the knee to chest as you're in plank. Breathing in, take the left leg back. Breathing out, bring the left leg forward. And then breathing in, take the weight back, leg up. And as you breathe out, bringing it back into downward dog. So give it another pedal out here. And then we're going to take the weight forward into plank. We're just going to hold this for a moment. So tailbone tucked under, abs drawn towards your spine. Strong in those shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. And then if you need to, go to your knees and make your way down onto your belly. Or if you can, with control, just bring yourself down into crocodile pose. So your hands are now palms face down near your shoulders, ankles together. And we're going to go into Cobra. So as we breathe in, lift your chest and your hands off the floor. And as usual, tuck those elbows in so that you're drawing the shoulders back. You're not hunched around your ears. And just keep breathing here. Avoid the temptation for your feet to come off the floor. You should be feeling the lower back doing the work now, so use the muscles in your lower back to lift you up. Just another few seconds, see if you can lift a bit higher. And that doesn't mean just taking a deep breath, it means using the muscles. And then slowly bring it down and we'll rest in crocodile. So either arms as a pillow or arms by your side. Big toes together and ankles dropped out to the side. Take some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. So we're going to go into boat pose, so bending the knees, hold the ankles on the outside. And then as we breathe in, lifting up if you can. If you can't go up and you're struggling to hold your ankles, then just stay on the ground. And we'll hold for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest down. Good work. Plant the hands down, keep the nose as close as possible to the mat as you slide your way back into extended child's pose. So keep those arms stretched out in front of you, just rest your forehead on the mat. Can you check that you're on silent, by the way? I can hear some background noise. So from here, we're going to just spider walk our fingers over to the right side, so probably off the edge of your mat. So you're getting a really good stretch down the left side, and to increase that stretch, just put your left hand onto fingertips. So feel that stretch down the left side of your body. And we'll spider walk back to centre, and then over to the left side. So again, this time right hand on fingertips. And then spider walk back to centre. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And release your arms, rest them by your side now into full resting pose here. Forehead on the mat. use the out breath just to sink into the mat. Just release your body. And from here, very slowly unfurl so that you're coming up into a seated position. And when you're up, roll the shoulders back. And again, interlink your fingers, reach your arms back behind you. So pull your arms away from you, opening up your chest. Nice breaths here. The sun's reflecting off my phone, so I can't see the time. So do bear with me, I just need to keep an eye on that. And release the arms, give them a nice shake here. Do just a little bit of crow pose practice. So we did it quite a few weeks ago now. It's the one we've warmed up our shoulders and our arms, you might be feeling it. And it's the one where it's a really good one for balance and concentration and wrist strength as well. So tuck your toes under and bring yourself into a squat position. So just to remind you, you can follow along if you're used to doing crow pose. And you know what I'm talking about, but otherwise you can just listen and watch just for now. So you're starting off in a squat position and your knees are kind of opened into a V shape. And you're using the elbows and placing them on the soft bits on the insides of your knees. And as you push your elbows out, you're drawing your knees inwards to create resistance here. And there's a lot of strength in that. With your hands, spread them out, turn them in slightly. And then in a rocking movement, as you can bring the weight forward onto your hands, you're raising your bum up, dropping your head towards the floor. And only when you feel you're not needing your toes, do you take your feet off the floor. So depending on where you're at with your crow pose, you can do this in many stages and actually use today as an opportunity to focus on the rocking movement and positioning of your hands maybe, and just feeling more comfortable with that. You may be wanting to sort of play around with, can I take my feet off the floor? If you're doing that, you need to be doing it with control. If you're needing to launch yourself onto your hands, then chances are you're not doing it from a place of strength and control, and you might rock too far and land flat on your face. So this really is one where, yes, there's an element of strength, but I do not have upper body strength. And it shows how much it's to do with balance. So your bum will need to be higher than you think it needs to be, and your head will need to be closer to the mat than you think it needs to be. But play around with this. Play around with your positioning, and if you're doing well in your crow pose and you're comfortable, hold it for 10 seconds, no more. Come down, give those wrists a good shake. So I'm just going to hope that you're doing okay at home because I can't see you. But there's another variation if you're a bit more advanced with your crow. So this one is where you're placing your knees on the back of your triceps, so on your back of your upper arms. Again, spread the fingers nice and wide, and then you bring yourself slowly up so your knees are on your arms and your toes are raising up. So again, not one to launch into. You need to be doing it slow and steady and with control. Another variation is side crow. So this time you place your right elbow, to start with on the right side, into your right hip. Left elbow on the outside of the knee. Spread the fingers wide. And again, only raise up when you feel in a position of control, rather than launching anything. So something to play around with, but wherever you're at, just build up, build up. Don't overdo it and don't put pressure on yourself. So I'm guessing by now, with all the talking I've been doing, you've had quite a lot of practice. So let's just stop for a moment. Let's shake our wrists out, give them a nice release. And then we'll bring ourselves into a seated position on our bums. So let's go into incline plane now. So from here, you're sitting nice and tall with your legs out in front of you. As we breathe in, bring the shoulders to ears, roll the shoulders back, place the hands behind you. As always, if you've got hyperextension, turn your hands the other way around. And then breathing in, bring the hips up, point the toes, and you can either look up to the ceiling or you can drop your head down, whatever's more comfortable for you. Keep lifting those hips up towards the ceiling and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look to your feet. Slowly bring yourself down. Give those arms a good shake. Done a lot of work on the wrists and the arms today. Shimmy our weight forward. Coming down onto your back, keeping your knees bent, your feet and your knees hip width apart. Ooh, take the arms out 90 degrees to the floor, to your body even. Palms face down. And we'll just slowly window wiper the knees side to side. So take some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose whilst doing this. And then next time the knees are over to the right side, drop them to the floor. Turn your head to your left hand, and to increase the spine twist, take that left leg, the top leg, and what you're doing is effectively working your left foot towards your right hand. So your left foot, you want to be working its way to the floor. So it depends on your spine flexibility here. You should be feeling a twist through the spine. You can always use your right hand on the outside of the left knee to help draw that down. And then bringing that top leg back, bring the knees to neutral, head to neutral. And then we'll take the knees over to the left side, turn your head to your right hand, and then extend that top leg. Use the out breath just to ease into the twist a little bit more. And bring that top leg back, knees to neutral, head to neutral. We're going to hug it out in air releasing pose. Nice rock side to side if you wish to have a little bit of extra back massage. Then from here we're going to rock forwards and backwards. Nice rocking movement, bit of extra spine massage, and when you're ready, bringing yourself up into a seated position. So I'm going to turn to face you, whichever way works for you. So we're back in this seated position that we started in, sitting nice and tall again. Elongate the spine, feel that piece of string drawing you up. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And use this moment to check in again with yourself. So we've just done a lot of work, and just observe if you feel more expansion and openness in your chest and your heart. arms to chest in prayer hands. As you breathe in, take the arms up to the ceiling. So they're not directly above you, they're just in front of you. Your shoulders are drawn down, but your arms are straight. And look up to your hands. So you might see an eye shape created between your hands. So lifting the spine up, drawing the shoulders down. And if you wish, you can always close your eyes here. Connect to your breath. On your next out breath, bring those palms back to chest. And if you need to release the arms, give them a shake. I'm going to go into Trikonasana, so triangle pose, which we often do standing up, but we're going to do it from this position today. So as you breathe in, take the arms back up. And as you breathe out, we're just going to reach over to the right. So you don't have to go very far at all. It's all about feeling that stretch, but keeping the integrity in your arms and your spine here. Breathing in, bring it up to neutral. And as we breathe out, we're going to go over to the left side. Next breath in, bring it to center. And as you breathe out, bring those palms back to chest. And again, release those arms, give them a good shake. Bringing the palms back to chest. I'm going to say thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the practice. It was a little bit different, a little bit of Vinyasa flow in there. A lot of upper body work. So enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your week, and see you again soon. Thank you.